But yeah, yesterday I was going to do this stream, but I took a nap before stream, and the moment I woke up, my brother was hovering above me and was like, "Get up. We were going to go out and eat." And I was like, "Oh, I haven't eaten, and maybe we'll go somewhere close." And that did not happen. I mean, it was about 30 minutes away, so it wasn't bad, but the wait to get in was 30 minutes, and then the wait for the food was about an hour, and then we ate for like 30 minutes, and then we had to wait like another 30 minutes for the check, so it was really, really packed, and I'm not saying like it was anybody's fault, like I don't really care. I was just like, looks like we're not gonna do the stream as I had planned, but I mean, that's okay, because I have time to do it today, and I was looking forward to it anyway, and I hope you guys were too. But yeah, I'm having a good time. Right before stream, I swear I heard someone knock on my door, and it's funny because also a little bit before stream and everything, I was playing a game called Homicipher, and it's like a spooky point-and-click horror adventure. And what you have to do is all the creatures you encounter, whether they're good or bad, are going to speak to you in a certain language, and you have to try and learn what they're saying by typing in what you assume each word means. And then you can learn if you're right or not their context as you talk to other people. And I was doing that, and it does have some pretty startling visuals. So the fact that I thought someone knocked at my door, I was like, I was scared, but it's a good game. Not wearing a seatbelt? Yeah, I don't believe in seatbelts. I literally didn't notice. Listen, it's fine. I'm very like gelatinous, so if any force is impacted upon me, I'll be fine. Are you wearing a seatbelt? Sure hope so. Well, yeah. How have you guys been? I hope you've all been well. I hope that you're getting ready for the holidays, or even if not, that you are going to have a good rest of your week regardless. I'm drinking invisible water. But yeah, my family and I are gonna do like a little thing, like a little dinner. We're getting meds. Yeah, we're driving to the pharmacy. POV, I'm in an Uber and you are you're on my iPad that's fastened to the back of the driver's seat. You know how they have like the little iPad holders on the headrest part for the kids in the back? That's what you guys are in. But how do you like all the stuff? The scene has been credited on my Twitter if you're curious about, who made this, the background and the car stuff. That's what I would say if I wasn't actually in a real car, which I clearly am. All you're driving me? Thank you. Shoost does a great job. I'm actually not using Shoost. This is natural sunlight. Just kidding. Well, not just kidding. Obviously, it is natural sunlight. But if I were kidding, I would say that VTube Studio also has its own built-in features for lighting stuff like this. So, but it's nice. It feels nice and cozy, and I'm nice and warm. Sun's shining. It feels good on my skin. That lighting is stellar, right? Isn't it so nice? Oh, I have, later on down the line, you guys might get to take a ride on my, my motorcycle that I certainly have. And that'll be so cool. We can do the same thing. Though I assume that'll be way noisier than this. Because we're in a car right now, so you can hear me pretty okay, but like, if you were on the back of my motorcycle, I imagine that all you would hear is just wind. No lane splitting? Haha, joke's on you, I'm gonna do everything. But yeah. Lots of things are being cooked. Lots and lots of things are being cooked. I have, a little demon girl, not gonna name any names, has been worked on a bit more recently. And looking pretty good. Kind of like end stage type stuff. So still gonna be tweaking some of that, and afterward some other assets need to be put together, but there's not too much that's really going to change around here, because said little demon girl is going to be just standing in for me. So it's not like we're doing a rebrand. All my assets are gonna stay the same, like, you know, my overlays, my chat widgets, my alerts. Tentakevin's still gonna be here because she's essentially babysitting. Yeah. Be nice. Sound quality is mic'd but clear. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, mic inside the helmet so you have a filter. Oh, I see. I was like, huh? What if she spills her juice all over the keyboard? Then she's gonna give me a new keyboard. Listen, it's not that I don't trust her or anything. I imagine that she would do well. My Uberman just coughed. Scared me. Spooky. But yeah. I imagine that she would do well enough. I didn't really do a background check or anything on what her area of expertise is, but I mean, I kind of glanced over the resume, so I would imagine that, you know, she'll do good-ish, but we'll see. As far as what's left to prepare, we have to do, let me think, the lore video, obviously, and a little quick debut video, and then just like the slides and stuff for debut, and all the bells and whistles that'll come with that. So I need to sit down one of these days and really lock in and get all that stuff situated and figured out. But, you know, I mean, it's kind of right there, because the most important and most daunting part was getting the rig for the model situated. So with that already being done, there's not really too much more that I necessarily have to worry about. So I'm excited. Oh yeah, and I do have some work to do as well. I think maybe next week we'll just kind of chill. I don't know. I have to look at my calendar, because I know that on the 11th I'm not going to be here, because I'm going to go on my little week-long vacation. Or I think it's the 11th, either the 10th or the 11th. Regardless, I'm going to be going on a little vacation. Why are we going so fast? Where are you guys taking me? It doesn't even look like we're going that fast. Why are we accelerating? Anyway, yeah. Looking forward to it. I'm very excited. Hold on. Can we turn the music up? I can hear. Thank you. I like this song. Ramming speed? Please no. She's electric scary. Yeah, my electric car. You know how people have like the fancy string lights in their cars and stuff? I think that's neat. But also, isn't that like a hazard? I guess they probably have some specifically for cars, but I don't know about stuff like that. I like lights and I like fancy stuff, so if I had like a little sleek, expensive car, I'd probably do that to the interior. And if I liked driving, I don't like driving. I gotta say, that's one of the many enigmas of the surface world. In the ocean, we don't have a need for cars, but up here, I guess, with all the space and whatnot, and the inability to just go vertical whenever you want, I imagine that, you know, a vehicle's a necessity. Is the music too loud for you guys? I can ask him to turn it down if need be. Is it okay? Legally, it has to be a certain amount of lumens or else you could get pulled over. I imagined, because I feel like if the inside of the car is just like a beacon of light, you're gonna get in trouble. Very excited to see what you've got cooking up. Honestly, crazy. It's almost already been a year of watching. I know, which is crazy. It's been like almost 2 years that I have been streaming, and that is insane. And I'm hoping that over time, more and more, I will just keep on improving, because I want to do more little things. Like, I've been really itching to do a creative stream like this one. I don't know. I have a hard time settling down and getting my thoughts together, and a lot of that is because ADHD go. But because of that, it's like, I sit down and I'm like, I'm gonna work, and then none of the brain cells that handle work come forth to give me any inspiration. The muses do not bless me, and so I'm just sitting here upset because I'm like, God, when I get in the bed at night and I'm supposed to be going to sleep, all the thoughts come flooding to my mind. But when I'm actually trying to think of stuff, it's like, nope, none for you. Drop the sound 10% or 5 decibels. Let me see. Wow. How's about right there? My chauffeur is listening to you. That should be okay, right? I mean, I can always talk a little bit louder. I'm talking kind of quiet right now. Good? Nice. But yeah. I'm still trying to get some stuff together, but every day I believe I'm making steps toward that, and things are slowly coming to be what I would hope for them to be. Slowly and surely. Because I really, really want to lean into my lore. And I actually have been working on my 2.0 design recently. It's been more so just little brainstorming doodles and stuff like that. But I'm trying to really capture a look that I can say is something unique, something memorable, and has a little bit of all the flavors that I enjoy. Like, I like art styles that are really expressive and have a lot of movement and fluidity, but I do also like art that's really geometric. So it's like the two clashing concepts kind of get me, and then my head gets going and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. That sort of thing is why I'm kind of thankful that I don't know how to rig. Because if I did, do you know how many models I would have? I would have to come up with some crazy lore to explain why I have like 50 models that look vastly different. So I have a lot of niche interests, I would say. Not really niche, but interests. Like, maybe one day I want to be one of the 7,000 Catgirl VTubers. Maybe not. Or maybe one day I want to be like a spooky yokai or something like that. So, I'm trying to find a balance that really scratches the most prominent itches so I can incorporate those into my 2.0 design. So I think that'd be nice to be able to have something and say like, ooh, this is what I'm really, really proud of. Don't be cat assimilated. I would never like rebrand for realsies like that. It wouldn't be something completely unfamiliar, I would say. Well, I'm still working on the concepts and on the everything else. Once we get to our destination and then go back home, I'll show you guys what I've been working on, maybe. But yeah, I'll show you that and some of the things that I've been brainstorming. But I don't know. I might look into some sort of outfit commission or some sort of something. Because I can draw pretty well. And I do have good ideas, but when it comes to putting them down on paper, sometimes that's a bit difficult for me. And I'm finding myself struggling on coming up with the character design that I like, because I haven't seen enough examples of the shape language that I'm looking for, if that makes sense. Pretty well don't understand. No, I promise I'm not. It's just... like, I'm not insecure about my art or anything, and I wouldn't tell somebody like, oh yeah, I guess I'm alright. It's more that I understand where I could be better, and so I'm working actively toward that goal. So I'm not going to be completely satisfied with my stuff. If you draw pretty well, then no. I could just do better if I were to take the time to learn, but I don't take the time because I'm lazy and I don't want to. Like, if you want to learn how to draw hands better, you have to draw hands, and I don't want to because I don't like it. So it's that sort of thing. But yeah. The tech tree, but because I'm like, I see what I'm doing, and I know that I didn't do my best because I didn't feel like it. So that's kind of the thing. Oh, speaking of art and stuff, hold on. Speaking of, I am trying to kind of get a hang of the quote-unquote VTuber art style, or less of the art style and more of the render style. Because I keep seeing VTubers that I'm like, oh, that art just really pops to me and I like it. So I'm gonna be studying a bit more, and hopefully I can incorporate some of that new knowledge into the model that I'm currently working on. And like I said, I could also show you that once we get to our destination, go back home. But I'm excited. Everything's slowly coming along. It's just a lot of self-discipline that I have to apply in order to do my work. For once in my life, it's not so daunting and overwhelming. But I know it'll be easier, even so, whenever, or even more so, once Mala is in place to stream for your entertainment and I can go away and do my stuff. So I'm excited. Very, very excited. Especially because it's going to be a new, exciting chapter. And then by the time I come back, I'm going to be different. The appearance-wise. Not like, personality. It'll still be me. That's going to be exciting. So nice. Oh, I want to take some time to tweak my redeems and stuff too. But stuff like that takes so long. It takes me so long. It's like a all-day thing. And I hate committing an entire day to doing one specific task. So that's kind of what's been preventing me from doing so. We'll see. We shall see. That's what Mala will be here for, so that way I can focus on the nitty-gritty and she can focus on the being goofy on screen. Self-discipline is dang right. I've been working on the most ambitious art thinking I've ever tried. I barely ever draw. Last thing I doodled was a frog tank. That sounds cute, but I'm excited for you. And I think it's fantastic that you're taking that step to do something outside of your comfort zone. It's good to be ambitious, I would say. Because I can think back to some of the ambitious projects that I've had, and obviously now I'm like, ugh, they're ugly. Like, I could do better. But at the time, that for me was everything. Like, that was peak. And I would say that, if we don't try to be a little bit ambitious, at least once or twice in our lives, you can't really say that you lived. You can't say that you did your best. You gotta see what works for you, that sort of thing. I should maybe I could take on a project or something too. But I would say that Mala's debut was definitely my ambitious thing. Because when it comes to the lore video, that one, that's gonna be, but yeah. I'm looking forward to all the challenges and all the everything else that's due to come. And I'm really excited about applying some of the things that I've learned to stream. Because with all the redeems that I have and all the little stuff like the flashbang redeem, my stuff that pops up like my stretch and my drink and all that, those things were self-taught. Essentially everything that I've learned when it comes to streaming and VTubing has been self-taught. Because I'm so bad at when people tell me how to do something, I'm like, I heard you say nothing to me. I need paper. Give me the document, the transcripts. So I've had to teach myself all of this, and I've been learning a lot more. And I really want to apply some of that to stream. Like I said, I just need the time and the self-discipline. But I think it'll be worth. I think it'll be something that you guys can see and be like, wow. Oh, I also have to lock in and start editing my videos. I just don't want to. Because I'm like, ugh, it takes so long. Ideally, you want to crunch down your videos to about 30 minutes to an hour at the very most. 15 to 30 minutes is ideal for YouTube, at least. Short-ish form content is the most easily consumed. I have to do that. Edit my stuff down, edit out the fillers, and then I gotta go back in and do the actual editing, like adding all the bells and whistles that make stuff funny. And that takes so fucking long. So, I guess on New Year's, that can be my resolution. Next year, we'll set out 1 week, or at least 3 days a week, or every other week, to dedicate fully to work. So that way I can just grind my stuff out. It'll be fantastic. The demon's just pulling on the procrastination lever. They are. And it's, listen, I am no better than they are because I'm just like, oh no. It's 1 minute past the time that I scheduled to do this thing. Guess I gotta wait until 30 minutes later because dumb the rules. My alarm was set for 2. It's 2:05. I guess we gotta wait till 2:30. Oh, I missed 2:30? I guess we gotta wait till 3. It's that sort of thing. I mean, you know, I got all these plans, but I gotta work hard. What sucks though is that I am so bad at balancing work and play. It's either I do a whole bunch of work and then have like 2 seconds of not work, or vice versa. So I want to be able to do both comfortably, or do a little bit of this and that. And I used to be able to when I was in college. Kinda, I guess. That's actually a lie. When I was in college, I did online college. I would do my work while I was at work because I had a job where I was able to sit down for a lot of the day. So I'd just be sitting at my desk doing my papers and stuff and doing my quizzes, doing my reading. When I had to get up and do stuff, that's what I would do. So yeah. What are you eating up there? You have snacks? What are you eating? I want some. I haven't even eaten yet. Wait, no, I had cereal and I also had popcorn. Never mind. I'm just hungry because I haven't had anything substantial. Well, maybe, do you guys want McDonald's? Like, maybe we can stop by McDonald's. I guess he wants McDonald's too. All right, you can have some if we stop by. Better have enough for the whole class, that's what I'm saying. Better share. What do you guys get from McDonald's? I was just typing up we should go to somewhere for food. Yeah, I'm hungry. Even though last night, when my family and I went out to eat, we ate at Buffalo Wild Wings. And that's not my first choice of restaurant, just because I don't like super, super loud places, and Buffalo Wild Wings is the loud American wing place. So we went there, and like I said, it was hella packed. But, I mean, my food was alright. I usually get what is it? I get this one burger that has like bacon and cheese curds on it, and then I'll eat half and then I take the other half home, and it's just the yummiest thing ever because I just like cheese. I think I was a mouse in my past life, but I'll get that, but they took it off the menu. They took it off the menu. I'm basic and get the McChicken or Big Mac meal with probably extra nuggets. I get the quarter pounder with cheese, and I just get it with cheese and ketchup. I don't want anything else on there. And obviously fries, and then I get a sweet tea with light ice. so they don't dump all the ice in the universe into my cup. But yeah, they got rid of my burger. And I'm not a huge wing person, or rather, I'm not a huge barbecue sauce person. So I was like, I'm gonna starve. But I was hungry, so I ended up getting some boneless chicken, and it had a lemon pepper dry rub on it. And then for my side, I got some tater tots. And you know, they bring it out. Those tater tots, immaculate. They were so good. And whenever I went to get into my chicken, I'm looking at it, and it was a busy night, but damn, they gave me yesterday's chicken from the bottom of the bag. Those things were like the size of chicken nuggets. They threw all the seasoning on my plate, and then they were cold and tough. I ate like 3, and I didn't eat the rest. Because, I mean, I ate all my tater tots first, so I was full, I was content, but I was also slightly sad because I just really wanted some tasty chicken. No chicken for me, I guess. And today, when I woke up, my stomach was slightly upset. So I'm like, did I get mild food poisoning from my chicken? From my cold chicken? Sure hope not. I hope it was just because somebody put their finger in my food or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe it's nerves. Probably a quarter pounder with cheese and lettuce, or nugs with the honey/sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, I like sweet and sour sauce. Yummy, yummy. And I like honey mustard. I think my number one comfort foods are cereal, cream of wheat, which is like grits, but not really, and chicken tenders with honey mustard. I had honey mustard for the first time at a Subway, and before then I was like, hell no, I'm not eating honey mustard. I don't even like mustard. Why am I gonna eat mustard with honey in it? So good. I love me some honey mustard. So yeah. Now my go-to, it makes me feel like a little kid, but I'm like, I will devour some chicken tenders if you give me some honey mustard. I don't care if we're at a fancy restaurant and they've got filet mignon and like cheesecake made by some monk in the mountains. I don't care. Give me my chicken tenders and my honey mustard, please. Extra honey mustard. I'm trying to drink it, but not feel guilty about it. That's what the chicken tender's for. Yeah. Had a good day. I had a yummy, tasty outing. Dio! Hi! Welcome in! We're riding in the car. We're going to the pharmacy or something. I don't know. I forgot. I forgot to pay attention. I just kind of got in the car. I don't even really know if this is my Uber. I would hope so. My number one comfort food is empanadas, meat and potato or pizza type. Pizza type? Eh? But I don't know. I haven't had an empanada, but I do love pizza. And I also like steak and like those little tiny potatoes that you can eat in one bite. I love them. You're happy that I had a good day? You love me? I love you too! I love you too! You should, oh wait, no, you said that you have, what's it called? Homicipher, on your wish list? You should definitely play it. So I was playing before stream, it's so good! I completed my first run, because I got out of the place, and then I went back, because there are more options. You can either escape, or you can go back and do more things, and so right now I'm doing more things. But so nice! It's apparently a horror dating game, but I haven't seen any of the dating apps. What was I gonna say? The dating aspects. My brain was saying abscess, and I'm like, no. Not abscess, that's gross. Who wants to escape? Losers, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to. It felt like pseudo dating with the dude, I know. No spoilers though, yet, because Tio hasn't played yet, so I don't want to say anything. But There are so many super cute characters. Horror dating, you mean that Jeff the Killer thingy back in Halloween? Not even close. This one genuinely has some scary moments. I think the only thing that makes it qualify as a dating game is that the monsters are slightly attractive as far as looking like a conventional man. But they're still pretty scary. Because I think the main love interest, it's not even like forced onto you that that's a love interest. It's just more so tutorial kun. And so he looks scary. And there are the scenes where he's being so sweet, but I'll look at him and I'm like, because he's scary. He's scary looking. I don't really like looking at him for a super long time. I just love the core mechanic. It scratches a good itch in my head. I know. Maybe I'll play it some in the Discord at some point, like in my Discord. I'll screen share it because it's not something that I would want to stream. It's more of a casual game for me to play. So maybe you'll see it eventually. I like it. It's so good. It's giving me brain worms though, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, kicks rock. Where's my non-humanoid monster dating sim? Yeah. I think that, so go on itch.io because there are some. I'm trying to think off the top of my head because majority of them are like humanoid, but they have like a tentacle or something. But I want to say that one of them, I think it's called Tonight Dinner Is You or something like that, and you have to try to survive. I don't know, I don't remember, but yeah, you should definitely check it out. Also, did you guys know that one horror game that I played, Carrion, where I was like a red tentacle squiggly monster eating people, that game has a VR version that's coming out. I don't know when, because the developers only posted a teensy little tidbit. Yeah, it has a VR version. It does. A little birdie told me. And it looks so interesting. So the POV in the video is that the person is looking down at their arms, and the appendages that they're using are like wrapped in the red stuff. And it looks like they can use little tentacle powers or something. It's a very short clip. It's on TikTok. So I was like, oh, it's so short. But I'm like, damn, Carrion is kind of old. Like, I think at least 5 years old. So it does make sense that they would do something new. But I'm like, super excited. I will be playing if I'm able to. For me, streaming VR games is a little difficult because not only do I sometimes get annoying lag or like latency issues, but because I can't actively see what you guys are seeing, sometimes if the screen goes black for like an hour, I might not know. And if I can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear, so I have to specifically rely on either checking my phone or using this other interface thing that I have to check my chat. But it's still kind of so it's a little bit hard to do without it being kind of scuffy. So just one of those things. Kind of like whenever we did that Escape the Backrooms VR thing. That was so scuffed. That was because of a whole other interface issue. The game was so forward-thinking in mobility coding. Like, not many games let you move purely off of tendrils with physics. I'm so stoked for the VR. I know. I don't think necessarily that they will be able to capture that raw movement with just, you know, VR capabilities and stuff, because we, as people, in order for our immersion to be tangible and there, what we see has to be representative of the fact that we have two limbs. Like, we got two arms, two legs. So I don't know how they're gonna really make that work in VR, but anything that lets me be a monster, I'm happy. When I get you, I want to throw myself around like a ragdoll. I wonder if we can. But I know they also have to consider the fact that VR can be very disorienting. And a lot of people think, if they haven't tried VR before, that they'll be fine because they can separate the fiction from the reality, but sometimes you can't. Like in VR chat, if I jump off of something and I'm looking down, I get this weird feeling. And I'm not afraid of heights. I just get in my head to where it's like I'm falling, but not really because I feel the floor. So it's so weird. So it makes me wonder how they plan on handling motion sickness and the disorientation of possibly flipping upside down. But yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a very, very cool game, super cool concept. Unless you just wriggled around on the floor like a worm, I would cry. I don't want to wriggle. That's what the game Endoparasitic is for, which I think everyone should play at least once in their lives. Very, very good game, very, very interesting. I might play it over here, but I'll have to wait until I forget how it ends and forget literally everything about it. So I've already watched someone play, and I would hate to get into it and be like, wow, I already know every single scripted event, you know? That's why I find myself not really watching a lot of streamers. I want to, and I would love to, but they tend to play games that I haven't played yet, and if that's the case, I'm gonna get spoiled. And I don't want to get spoiled. I don't want it. I used to sing the hell out of this song. It was funny because I would sing it and like I wasn't even dating anyone. Would you play Crow Country? Hell yeah. I love like horror games that don't just focus on the jump scares. I love the world building that Crow Country presents, and I didn't watch all of your playthrough, and I have a friend who also played it, but I didn't watch all of his playthrough because I want to play it myself. But I just really, really like lore in horror games. I love it. Especially when it's not like weird cliche. You thought it was... Oh yeah, it's me. The radio. The radio in the car's going. You want to see me play? Yippee! I love that whenever people tell me like they want to see me play certain games. And if you guys ever have any game wrecks, I have a channel on my Discord server for game wrecks. And you can also recommend them here. I would love to see that. Because I want to play other games. Sometimes I forget like what I should actually be playing, or I have to go and see what everyone else is doing so I can know what's trending. You were so happy when I played Classrooms? Yeah, that's because you played it and I was like, I like the backrooms. I like the backrooms. I love it, it's good. I gotta kidnap you for Escape the Backrooms. Oh yeah, I was just glancing at my phone. But, you know Subnautica? Like how we've been playing Subnautica Below Zero? There is, for both of the current games that are out, a mod where you can play multiplayer. It's so buggy though. It is. Whew. It has like some major syncing issues, but it's funny and it's good. So me and Ricky have been doing that. We've been playing the first Subnautica, and it's so funny, like seeing our characters doing stuff. The first time we loaded up the game, you know how the opening scene is like, oh, you're in your life pod, you gotta get out. And then you can see the world that you're on. So I got out and I'm looking around, and then it's like, he just quickly rose up from the depths and was right in my face, and it was so funny. I should have been recording it, to be honest. So good. I might, maybe, play it in the future for you guys, but that'll be after we finish Below Zero, because I think that'd be nice. Hi Cosma. Where am I traveling to? I think the pharmacy, because I'm waiting for my, for the pharmacy to fill my Adderall prescription in Minecraft. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Adderall in Minecraft on stream. I'm waiting for them to do that, but I also don't know if this is my Uber. He hasn't really said a lot. He's cleared his throat a couple of times and ate some snacks, but he's not really talking to me. So, we'll see where we end up. I suggested McDonald's, but I don't recognize my surroundings, so it's probably okay. Yeah, farm a trip, probably. I'm so glad Slip 2 will have 4-player lobbies. Yeah, it is gonna have 4-player. I can't wait. Callow's coming to my home. I am. Yippee! I'm so excited. Why are we on dry land then? Why are we over here? Where are you taking me? I live in the ocean. Do you live in the ocean? Oh yeah. Obviously after Mallow's debut, but for my 2.0 debut, I'm gonna have a background and you're gonna see my room. You're finally gonna know what my room looks like. Aren't you so excited? He'll go underwater soon, or I'm giving him a 1 star. Yeah, thank you. If he doesn't go underwater right this now, I'm hopping out. Have you guys ever thought about like how it would feel to hop out of a car and like roll on the road like they do in the movies? I wonder if obviously it's gonna hurt, but I wonder if it would hurt real bad. Yeah, room reveal real. Painful, yeah. I feel like you could maybe be okay if you wear a hoodie and a helmet and like some sweatpants tucked into your shoes real good. Just roll down a grass hill and you'll get the experience. Nuh-uh, that's fun. There's like there's opposing force whenever you hop out of a car. That's why the rolling sucks and it's gonna knock the wind out of you and probably scrape you up. But rolling down a hill is nice. I used to do it when I was a kid, I did it when I was a teenager, and I taught my brother the joys of rolling down a hill. Man, that makes me nostalgic. I think it's really cute that kids can find joy in literally everything, like rolling down hills. Because when my brother and I were rolling down that hill, we would just get up so dizzy and be dying. It was so fun and so funny. But then we had to stop because we found out my brother is the most sensitive human being, or half human being, on the planet, and his skin is allergic to grass. So he would get up and like over time he ended up getting hives. And I was like, ew. Why you look like that? What's wrong with you? It was funny. God, I used to harass the hell out of him when he was tiny. I think that's good for growth and development. It's like sibling hazing, you know? Good for them. Snort the Rainbow, hi! You're allergic to grass too? Just drink grass smoothies, and eventually you'll build up your tolerance. I'm sure of it, probably. Like me, being lactose intolerant. Surely if I keep eating and drinking enough dairy products, my body will correct itself, right? That's how it works, right? Gotta make that dragon palace in the ocean so we can be neighbors. Ooh, fancy schmancy. And then I'll come over and be like, can I borrow a cup of sugar? I think that would be funny. You guys wanna hear a little something about a super secret soon-to-be project that's gonna be in the works? I don't know what the scale of it is. It's an ambitious project, for sure, but I don't know how far it's gonna go just yet because it hasn't quite started. But the project has something to do with the first Minecraft SMP that I participated in. And for those of you who are some OGs, you might remember that. But that Minecraft SMP was forever ago, the Caesar Protocol, in which there were a couple of factions, and every faction had a leader. I believe each faction consisted of 4 people minimum. And the leader would be given a specialized weapon that was very, very fancy schmancy. It was super cool. And what was mine called? I had like this scythe that could steal souls. It was pretty cool. So if I beat stuff up, it would give me like a soul charge. But anyway, The goal of the Caesar Protocol was essentially to build yourself up, get good, get strong, find stuff to become powerful, and perhaps form alliances. You could also try and overthrow the other faction leaders so you could, merge them together or whatever. But in the end, there would be a big free-for-all fight, and whoever came out on top would win. And unfortunately, by circumstances completely out of anybody's control, I was the only member online that was in my faction, and I was the leader of the faction, by the way. I was the only one present. So, as you can imagine, during that entire week or so, I think it was 2 weeks of Minecrafting, I wasn't able to accomplish much. And so I was going to enact my revenge, and I was going to flood the entire server with water, but I decided against it. But anywho, yes, Cosma, you did win. You and Varson and Clipperson won. And I'm not bitter in any way, shape, or form. At least not toward you. Varson, when I see him, he will be nothing but red mist. Clipperson will be a smear. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. All that said and done, this new SMP is a continuation of that, set in the future, or the future that is to come, at the hands of the winners of the SMP. And this is going to have pre-recorded episodes that are going to be up on YouTube. So you're going to see us doing stuff, and you'll see the plot begin to unfold. And the very first episode is going to feature me as a main character. Isn't that fancy? All of this is being hosted by Saltbino. That is at SALTBINO. You can check out his Twitch, and he does all sorts of different content. But yeah. I was invited to participate in this, and I would be glad to, especially for the fact that I might have the opportunity to do things to people who have wronged me. Oh, you're gonna love the first episode too, because I'm not going to say any specifics, but I didn't really have the power to flood the server before, but for sure this time I'm definitely gonna have the power at my fingertips. That's gonna be nice. Feels good, yummy yummy. Yes, we were having wars in Minecraft, and it was so fun. I do like Minecraft, and I like modded Minecraft. I won with you? I did do that. Was there that giant tower or tree you had to climb up? Yeah, it was a big tower thingy that was in the end. Like a big scrinkly thing. And Varson was invisible and killing people with 1,000,000,000% knockback. And I am just going to say that when I see him, when I see Varson, it is over. His life is forfeit. You sent me my crown in the mail. Thank you. I'll have to check. It was fun. It was so fun. I do genuinely like Minecraft. I'm not a big fan of vanilla Minecraft, but when you mod it up and give me something to do, really fun. I did have fun for what it was worth. It was disappointing that things didn't turn out as they could have been, but I had a good time. It was a good experience overall, I would say. You think that's how you found me? You're a friend of Kessa's and you were watching it in her stream. Oh, I see. I think I remember. And then I kidnapped you. You're mine. Hell yeah. I'm gonna watch from my little cloud in the sky, watching the chaos. You're gonna watch me feed Varson to the fish. In every sense of the word. He is going to be turned into chum. I think he'll be fine. He'll be alright. It'll be really fun though. The SMP episodes are going to have some... it's kind of like method acting, I would say. We're going to be improvising. It's going to be a lot of improv, but it is that we are going to be acting and playing out a specific type of character. And my character, funny enough, is going to be something that's not going to be hard for me to act out at all. I am going to be playing the role of someone who has been imprisoned in a water jail for a very long time. And, when you're in the darkness and you're stewing in all your feelings of both betrayal and the strong desire for revenge, the little fabrics of your mind tend to snap, and so I'm gonna be like crazy. I'm gonna be crazy, and I will say that my character will be, I quote, crazy but with rare moments of clarity. And I think that's gonna be so fun to play up. Because I can monologue, I'm pretty good at that. Let me take a drink. The song matching my theme is so funny. He's playing a good playlist. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Really, really fun playing that type of role. Because as I said, I can monologue pretty good. I can threaten people and mean it with my whole heart. And the rare moments of clarity are gonna be funny. We're gonna get loud squid shout. Oh, I mean, with my new mic settings, tis possible. Tis possible. You might get some crazy girl laughter or something. You could get the cliches. Also, hold on, let me. There we go. Yeah. Gonna be making those crazy fan edits. That'll be funny. I feel like, depending on the popularity of everything, we might end up attracting a certain type of crowd. So that'll be that, but it is what it is. I'm just excited to be able to act and have a role that I feel comfortable in. Maniacal Game Master Real. Give me Varson that I may turn him into chicken noodle soup. Yeah, there's not really going to be a script. There's just going to be a general direction for each episode. I am going to talk to Salt a little bit more, because I think it would help to have it to where each episode has a proposed beginning and end. So how we get to those points is up to us. So, that sort of thing. Gonna hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna tear him apart. I am going to rip that man apart. He is never going to be the same after I'm done with him. And then whenever I've had my fill, the animosity will still be brewing, and I'll turn my attention to Clipperson. So, it'll be what it is. Downside of my job is not being able to do fun stuff like that. I think that all you have to do is really incorporate yourself into the right crowd. Whatever amount of free time that you do have, you can use it for fun stuff. It's just going to take a longer time to build it up, but it's not impossible. I think that'd be fun. You gotta force yourself to be able to do the stuff you want to do. The long-lasting revenge real, not clickbait. They'll see. I already had a little bit of something going on with Clipperson when I first met him. There was some banter and some desire to make him be not alive. So, I mean, when I have the opportunity, all will be well. Everything will be daijoubu. Yeah, push him off the cloud like, oops, I slipped. Oopsies. Oopsie whoopsie. Into the soup you go. You're right, but I'm a truck driver. I mean, still gotta do what you gotta do, because you can't work your life away, because that's gonna suck. Fight for it. Get you some good sleeps when you're able to, and then snatch up every single bit of free time that you're given. And maybe even consider taking a break. I hope that if truck driving isn't like your calling and it isn't the thing that you're super passionate about, that you can come to a point where you find a career that you can settle into and be nice and cozy. I think that'd be nice. I think everyone should be able to live a life where they genuinely enjoy the job they do. And I think that people should have a 3-day work week. You might say that's not productive. Hire more people then. See, this is why I'm saying, I'm mean and evil, sick and twisted, but also, if you allow me to take over the surface world, do you know how many good changes I'll make? Because if I don't want to do something, why the hell would anyone else want to do it? Mean and Evil, Sick and Twisted is a title that I will wear proudly, but also let me be the president of the world. It's less president, more dictatorship, but I mean, is it really a dictatorship if you're happy? Nobody's gonna call it that. They're gonna be like, all hail the queen. That'd be nice, that's what I'm saying. 3-day work week. And then get paid more. Hire more employees. These companies are not gonna go bankrupt. And if they do, somebody in the finance department needs to be fired, because how the fuck? You telling me Walmart, the super duper mega corporation worldwide, can't afford to hire more people than they have self-checkout lanes? I think not. I'm gonna beat up John Walmart. Target 2, Evil Kella origin story. My origin story is that I came out the womb like this. We never cry. Compromising for a no-day work week. I think that food and shelter should be a basic human right, and when it comes to luxuries, if you want those, you do have to work, because economy. But I don't think that you should die just because you don't have a job or the means to go to one. So if you don't want to work, you scared me. If you don't want to work, then that's fine. See, this guy gets it. That's why he cleared his throat. He doesn't want to work Uber all the time, where he has to hear a girl in the back of his car yap for like an hour or so. They didn't accept Calamari as a candidate in the polls. That's because they're stupid. We need to expand. We need to deploy more of the Tentacoven around the world. Are you guys doing your part? Are you sharing my clips? Indoctrinate your friends, your families. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. If you celebrate it, you better show your cousins me. You better show your siblings and everybody else me. Show them my funniest clip. By your opinion. Let me see and let them see. That way I can spread. And then next year, or not next year, but in the next 4 years, they can put me on the ballot. What if Calamari was betrayed and imprisoned? Full story, real, not. Well, you know, I do have this thing on my ankle. This big ol' cufflink on my ankle, so who knows? That story could be pretty true. Just kidding. I was imprisoned, technically still am, but that's because I'm corked up. Yeah. I'm normal now, so it's not really anything that anybody has to worry about. But, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun for you guys to unravel the mystery of me. That's why I'm so excited about the Mala stuff and then the Me 2.0. Because that's gonna be juicy. Juicy, juicy. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna casually fall asleep right here for like 30 billion seconds. Give me a moment. Hold on. Okay. I'm awake. Let me take a drink of my invisible water. Let me see. Yeah, I'm temporarily chained. I'm normal now, terrifyingly unconvinced. What do you mean? Listen, all the things the internet says about your underwater sea witch / goth girlfriend being not so good for you, it's a lie. I'm not dangerous. Well, I won't say I'm not dangerous, but I mean, I was gonna say I won't eat you or anything, but you know, subjective. I won't do anything unnecessary. Yeah. Yeah. Everything I do will be necessary. You love this song? Good, it's a good one. Would never request a window cleaning again. No! Why? Why? I can't believe this. What does this world come to? Does this guy have a microwave? No, that's the... You know whenever there's like somebody next to your car, how, depending on the car you have, there'll be like a little beep in your car telling you like, oh, somebody's really close to this side of the car, so don't merge in that lane. That's all it is. I can see it. It's fancy. He's got the rear view thingy on too for like whenever you back up. Pretty nice. And the GPS is super big. Makes me wonder... I think he wants me to stop talking about his car. Anyway. You should be grateful to be Kala's meal. Exactly. You're going to be turned into energy that will be used to nourish the growth of the Tentacoven. What does he want? You want to become a meal too? Guess not. Where's this man taking me? I think we're supposed to go to the pharmacy, but I'm not sure. I haven't really been paying attention. Kind of looks like we're in an industrial area, so... And then Tio said that I'm going to their house, but this guy hasn't even made an attempt to head toward water. So... I don't know. Probably fine. I'm not worried about it. If he takes me anywhere weird, I will... This car will be found on the news. Yeah. It's not a journey if you don't use up all your gas. Exactly. I've had to make many a journey in my life. Many a journey. And I don't like it. I don't like driving. I just don't. I don't. I can see the appeal. And I can see where the enjoyment is. But I gotta say, I do me. I just don't like it. If it's a straight road and it's around 4 in the afternoon, when it's like golden hour kinda, I like that. Especially if nobody's in my way, but... You've driven since you were... Oh, go-karts. I was gonna say, ooh, I'm telling. But yeah, I've driven go-karts too, and I love go-karts. But that's because I can speed and I can drift without any care in the world. I can't do that in my little sensitive, basically made out of plastic and aluminum foil car. Because then I'll flip and I'll explode, and I don't want that. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm happiest when taking long drives. I am cursed, so I get sleepy when I'm in the car. No matter what, if I'm driving or if I'm a passenger, I get tired when I'm driving for a really long time. And so I'll just be sitting there like, I'll be like blinking and just fighting for my life and trying to figure out like, all right, let's see how we're gonna stay awake. So what I usually do is I turn my AC on cold and shoot it into my eyes the whole time. So I'm forced to blink and stay awake. your dad would let you sit in his lap and steer when you were young. That's what my dad did with my brother. It's so cute. I remember he was like 4, and I look and he's just like driving around the cul-de-sac, and he's just like got this big old grin on his face, like, look at me, I'm driving. I love putting my dogs in the front seat and having a passenger who doesn't complain about speed. I try to put Dizzy in the car because I had to move my car around the driveway. So I put Dizzy in, and she hated it. But she's a very, I was gonna say she's kind of a chicken. She's not the kind of dog that shakes and cries the whole time, but she's very cautious. So that was her first time being not in her cage while in a car. So she was like, and I had to go really slow because I thought she was gonna like flop everywhere because she was being so weird. So yeah, she's a baby. She's got a diaper on right now. 6-hour drive with my mom was so painful. Ugh, why? Was it because the whole passenger privilege type deal? I was gonna say type beat and deal. Deet. Thankfully, my mom's not that much like that. She does the thing where she presses on the invisible brake on the floor. And I'm like, we're fine. Why are you doing that? We're fine. Goodness. It's so funny. And then she'll be like, oh, my nerves aren't set up to be like this. Because she's not so used to being up on the surface as I am. Because, you know, she's a bit more old-fashioned and everything. So when it comes to road etiquette, she's a bit on the sensitive side. She did not teach me how to drive. I took lessons, and they were expensive. It was cool. But yeah, I would cry if I had to be in a car with her for 6 hours and I was driving. She'll clutch her. Ah, no. I imagine she's like clutching her pearls. She's just like, oh, you're crazy. Oh my God. It's so funny. That's so funny. Poor thing. Let me dink my water. Why is the music so quiet? Crank that shit up. Thank you. Can you guys even hear it? Okay, good. My mother used to freak out on me, but now she sleeps whenever I take her places. That's cute. My mom will not. But I like talking to her in the car, so I don't mind. Makes me think of how it's gonna be whenever my family and I drive up to the airport. It's gonna be fun. And I love going on trips, especially if I don't have to drive. So I'm gonna be happy on my way to the airport because I'm always cozy and I get to listen to my music. And then I'm gonna be happy on the plane because same thing, and I'm gonna play my Switch games. And then I'm gonna die once we land because I don't wanna move. I wish I could sit forever so I can look like the people that were in WALL-E. I wanna look like that. It's my ambition. I think that'd be funny. Would you guys still like me if I looked like the humans in WALL-E? They do look so cozy, just sitting there. Like, I get it's unhealthy, but also they kind of evolved to be that way. They have less bones and everything. Though I don't really have too many bones. That's probably not very good for me, actually. I think I would melt. You're gonna say yes? Yay. We do in Turf War while in plane. I suck at doing handheld Splatoon. So we'll have to see. And if I'm not seated by my family, I don't want to like bump the people around me with my arms. So I'm gonna be like, And who knows, I might be like getting mad. I don't want to get mad on the plane and be like, fuck. As you guys are quite familiar with, I do tend to make a variety of noises depending on my mood, and I don't want to make my upset noises. Not in public, not in public. Though I'm not very well versed in the ways of, being on land, that doesn't mean that I'm socially inept. I have some etiquette. Hell, even in the ocean, you kind of don't always want to be like... It depends on the event. Like, if you're at a dinner, depending on what the purpose of the dinner is, then it's fine and expected for you to make those noises. But, you should always be aware. Never been on a plane before. I love planes. I love airplanes. I love them, I love them. As long as I get to pilot the plane, make you guys go anti-gravity for a bit, I don't want that. I don't want it. Then I'll throw up. You're strictly a land creature? Oh, I'll go up in the plane with you. Speak for yourself? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, depending on what type of event you go to, it's expected for you to make those noises. Squeak for yourself, squeak for yourself, I'll squeak for you. How about that? I actually piloted a plane by myself for an hour. What? Scary. Oh, spooky. I don't think I could. I would like to do like flight sim, but when you were 17, that's so crazy. That must have been so fun. What an experience. I want to do something like that. There are so many things that I would love to learn and to do and to master, but life is so short. It takes me a week to kind of learn how to do one thing. You know how long it took me to learn how to do VTuber models? Like 2 years. And even now I'm still learning stuff. So I'm developing my art style and learning how to do stuff for rigging. But I want to learn how to video edit quickly. And I want to learn how to rig models, or at least like little assets and mascots. And I would love to learn some graphic design. There's also other things like animation and stuff I'd love to get into. But in order to hone skills like that, you have to keep up with it for years. And I don't have the time. If I tried to do all of that, Mala would probably be here permanently. I would have no time for anything, and that would just be a nightmare. I can't afford any more lessons. I bet those things are stupid expensive. I'd like to fly a plane. Surely it can't be that hard. Surely. So little time, exactly. So little time to plan everything and still take your brain health into consideration. Because for me, if I work too hard, my brain starts to deteriorate and leak out of my ears and nose. And that's not too good for me, There are a lot of things that my body is capable of, but I imagine that brain leakage is just not very ideal. So I try to avoid that one. Play a lot of Sims and learn how to squawk. What do you mean squawk? Spooky. I like simulator games though. I've been playing a lot of Supermarket Sim. And there's a free version called Supermarket Together where you can play with your friends. And it's not as good as Supermarket Sim, but it's still got its perks and funny moments, so I like to play that. But I've been playing so much of Supermarket Sim in my free time. I need to peel away from it. It's been that, Inscription, doing some Subnautica grinding so I can do like off-stream prepping, and now Homicipher. I need to work. I gotta maybe find time for work tomorrow, but I don't know. It's Thanksgiving. You mean like that one rando in a movie that saves everyone when the pilots pilots fall asleep in flight. Why would they fall asleep? Inscription does fuck, but it's making me mad. I've died like 80 times because I always get to the end fight And then I get my shit clapped by fucking, what's her face? The lady who buys the pelts. And I'm like, stop! Stop! With her 90 billion bears and sharks and stuff. She's mean to me. She hurt me. I can't do this anymore. So I do like one run and then I'm done. I should probably do some work tonight. I mean, I think I could because my friends and I are going to be watching some Arcane probably around 10-ish. So maybe I could draw at the same time. We're watching season 1 first and then we'll hop into season 2. Isn't season 2 done? I haven't watched any of it yet. That show, it's good, but I don't regularly consume drama content, so I'm especially sensitive to things like that. So when there's character death and mind-altering events that occur and permanently change a character's psyche for the worst, I'm like, Now it's a whole different ordeal if I'm the one writing it, then it's fine. But like, if I'm the victim and I have to consume the media, I'm so sad. I die. You've never seen it? Do you have an interest in seeing it? Because we are watching it in the server. In the other server. Not the Kella server. One Piece is so good. One Piece is real good. Wait, never mind. This ride has been a bit too peaceful. You haven't heard a motorcycle flying past at Mach, fuck you. Then you gotta probably listen a little bit closer. Look at that over there. Wow. An was that a boat? So gorgeous. I have an issue with that. Sometimes I'm very tempted to skip past events like that because I don't want to see them in pain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those, like the part in season 1 of Arcane where everything takes a turn for the worst, like the very early part, that hurt me really bad. And I got teary-eyed. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I watched it all with Starry. It was so good. It is so good. So I'm gonna break my neck. Hold on, let's see if you can hear it. And then my arm, listen. You heard that? And then my knuckles. And then my other ones. And then my thumb. And then my other thumb. Nice. And then my pinkies. Oh, they're not gonna go. Oh, there we go. Nice pop, thank you. I'm 1 billion years old, so something like this is nothing. You can't crack competitively? Let me see if I can get my back going. Let me see. Nope, not that side. How about this one? Nope. I already cracked it this morning. It ain't gonna do it again. When I wake up in the morning, I like cross one leg over my side and then look the other way, and it makes my back pop real good. And then I do it on the other side. Feels so good, goes right up your spine. And I'm like, oh. Now, if you do it wrong, you'll be paralyzed from the shoulders down, but you know, c'est la vie. It'll be fine. Can't believe they're already playing Christmas music. Where's everybody's favorite and or least favorite? All I want for Christmas is you. Don't go. Christmas is already here. My tree is up. I'm seasoning the turkey tonight. Yeah, I was helping with the food prep. I was cutting some collard greens. We talking One Piece? Hi, Lunar. Welcome in. But yeah, we are talking One Piece. I just finished up with the Alabasta arc. Just finally finished it. So now we're gonna get into the after that. And I met Crocodile, and I hate Crocodile, and I was at the mercy of the super long narrative. Because you know how old anime takes 17 episodes for one fight? I was dying and throwing up and screaming. What do you think of it so far? I love One Piece. I have a pair of One Piece boxers. I bought them for my birthday. I like One Piece, it's good. This is my first watch through, by the way. You had to stop watching One Piece? Why? Why? I can't wait until I get to the place where the animation is new and I can see it. Because I've read some One Piece, but that's only because I used to subscribe to Shonen Jump. And I would read all of whatever they had to offer me. And I think the last thing of One Piece that I remember that is my most recent would be the part where him and the crew are in like a underwater place with mermaids and stuff, and that's about it. Tio's live! I know where we're gonna raid. Once we arrive at our destination and get everything situated, we can drive over to Tio's stream. That's pretty far in, yeah. This was years ago though. I was a teenager when I read that part, so that's obviously gone now. It's gonna take me 3 years to finish or even get to that point in One Piece. And by then, the reboot is gonna be already done. I decided I was 100% in during the walk to Arlong Park. Fucking hate Arlong. Fucking hate Arlong. I love the way One Piece makes me hate their characters. Like, it's good. It makes me feel bad for the ones that are meant to be felt bad for and hate the ones that are meant to be hated. And it doesn't do so in the way that's like, I'm evil, just cause. And it does give me some, like some of them do have shallow reasons, like Arlong is evil because he's racist, but they play it so well that I very much appreciate the characters for what they are. I hate them, but that's like, as a consumer, I hate them. As a creator myself, I enjoy them. Arlong is good, Crocodile is super good. Ugh. Don't even get me started on Crocodile's character, it's so good. Buggy is funny. He's not even really a villain, he's just weird and stupid. He's a pirate. I like him. Let's see. And you said you were 300 plus episodes in and your brain flipped and was like, this is kind of boring, and just stopped. No! See, what you gotta do is you gotta skip the filler. You gotta skip the fillers. That's it. I dare you to visit it again. Pick it up. And then tell me how you like it. I stopped a little after the end of that because that moment where Luffy went gear fit. I'm not even at any part of any gears. Right now, all he knows is Gomu Gomu no every type of punch that he can possibly throw. The Gatling one and the everything else and all the weird stuff he does. I feel like Luffy should have died a gajillion times. Bro was so lucky. I think I might have to repaint my nails for the holidays. Or at least for my trip away. You just zoned out during the filler arcs. I've skipped them. Because I use a website that is legal and I pay for the episodes that I view, as a consumer should, a responsible one. But anyway, said website, which is paid to view, they have like a thing that highlights all the filler episodes so you can know which ones to skip. So I haven't seen any fillers. No filler for me. You can't wait to hear my thoughts on specific parts. I will say Nami's backstory, sad, made me cry because of the lady and what happened to her. And then I like her sister. Arlong, I fucking hate him. When I was watching it, I was like, when Luffy started beating his ass, I was like, break his nose! Break it! And whenever he did get his nose broken, I was so happy. I was so happy. But I think they should have also like ripped him asunder. See, this is off topic and this is just my ADHD brain going, but if I were to ever get isekai'd, if I were to take up the role of the protagonist or hero, I think people wouldn't like my methods, because I think it's stupid in anime where the most heinous person in the world just gets their shit rocked and they don't finish him off. Like, yeah, that guy isn't moving anymore and he's all scratched up and his eyes are white, but I'm trying to make sure he's not about to get up. If I see him again in season 4, I'm gonna be mad. So I'm killing him. I'm going to eat him to make sure that he is dead, because that's how it works. So I think that if I were isekai'd, they would probably dub me a demon or something negative because of my methods. They're like, why the hell, why did you do that? Like, because. What if he gets up? What then? This guy is the worst person in the world. He's murdered children. I'm killing him. I'm going to make sure that heart is on the sidewalk. Like, I don't care about stuff like that where it's like, but you're better than this. You don't have to be this way. Show mercy so you're not like him. Fuck mercy. Fuck mercy. You were mean to me once, you are not alive. I'm pouring water into my invisible cup. Yeah, I ain't showing no mercy. What do I look like? That's what I'm saying. I can't have them returning 15 episodes later and then they're gonna be strong and beat me up. I'm gonna kill him and eat him. And then take his powers. Yeah, the double tap rule. Wasn't it 1 in the head, 2 to the heart? That sort of thing? You make sure. But, let me see. Supposedly in One Piece, it's more shameful to be left alive after getting your shit rocked. That's what I'm saying. Kill them! Kill them! Kill him! Don't leave him alive. Kill him! Eat him! I know Luffy can eat people. Eat them! I got so passionate I spit on my mic a little bit. Me shuffling to the side with a different POV. No, come back. Onegaishimasu! If the camera lingers on you, I'm making sure it don't. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to censor the shit out of this for the Western audience, because I'm about to go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. He technically could, I guess. Exactly. If he can eat like a whole cooked elephant in a bite, I'm pretty sure he could eat his enemies. He wouldn't even notice the difference. I doubt he tastes his food. I don't care about him feeling shame. I want him dead. I want him dead. I don't care. Honor? Oh, what? That's dishonorable? Who gives a shit? I'm alive. Enemy dead. Bada bing, bada boom. What's done is done, and everybody lives happily ever after. The end. They could stab him from the inside if he did that. He'll be alright. He's Luffy. He's weird. He survives no matter what. He would have done the same. I'm just ahead of the curve. Right. I'm not trying to be chivalrous and honorable and like the better person. I'm trying to get the job done. That's crazy that you think that I care about honor. Don't attack an enemy when you don't got a weapon. That's crazy how he's a smear on the ground. I don't care. I don't care. But also, if I were to be isekai'd, I wouldn't want to be a hero because it's lame and boring. And the hero goes through it. I'm not trying to go through it. I've already gone through it enough and I don't have anything spectacular to show for it other than being weird. So I would want to be the villain because how fun is that? So fun. Not because I'm mean and evil, sick and twisted already, because even I like to branch out and try new things. But if I could, I'd want to be a villain. If you were isekai'd, you gotta learn how to speak language fast. I mean, if we were isekai'd as babies, and then we kept, like, our previous memories. You'd probably pick a less chaotic world. Nope, you don't get a choice. This is a generic isekai where there's gonna be the hero party and the quote-unquote Demon King. I'm the Demon King. Or I could even be the general, because I don't really want to die or anything. And if I were the Demon King, I have to think of diplomacy and all that, and like war tactics, and that's boring. You want to be super strong and go around starting shit? Then you're gonna die! Tortellini and Dakar, real, not clickbait. Hi, J Sizzle. We're talking about what roles we would be comfortable taking up if we got isekai'd. I think that, for sure, if I got isekai'd, I would want to be in the role of a villain of some kind. I want to be like a kind of end of the series villain. Like if I were the demon general, then that means that the party has to come and face me, and I might probably be able to run away or be convinced to not be evil. You'll be the chef? Are you gonna be a good chef or a bad chef? Like evil or morally just? Then you isekai and wake up as spiders. I like that anime. There's an anime where a girl is isekai'd as a spider monster, and it's really good. Very, very, very good. Oh, that time I got isekai'd and joined the hero's party only to join the Demon Lord Kala. Yatta, yatta, yatta. If you were a part of the hero's party and you saw me and I was on the opposing team, would you guys join me? If you had all of your previous memories, would you join me? I would hope so. Nah, I mean, I would convince the evil people to do evil stuff, and I would just stand there all doe-eyed while the carnage happens. You just stand there like... Scary. Yeah, but here's the counterpoint, Kella. The general makes you do unspeakable things because that fits their agenda. Do you follow or not? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I got food to put on the table, like, sure. I'm fine. And what if I'm the general, you know? Even then, I don't think I'd really want to be the general. How about I'll be the general's friend? I'll be somebody, I could be like a demon maid, because, you know, by moral definition, I am technically evil, all things considered, but I also think that cleaning the castle would be fun. Listen, a great leader has no qualms about taking up humble roles. And I am a coven leader here, so I wouldn't really mind if I got isekai'd into a subservient role. I think that'd be fun. Head demon maid? Yeah, that'd be so fun! I can boss people around and tell them to clean, because I'm very good at cleaning. And if there's a space that needs to be cleaned, that shit is going to be sanitary. So yeah, no dust, no germs to speak of, and everything is gonna smell like lavender or lemon. That'd be so fun. Brainworms are being uncanned. That'd be so nice. I wanna be a head demon maid. And then let's say like the hero the hero party breaks in and they're like, where's the demon lord? And then I get to beat him up. That'd be fun. Beat him up with a broom. Or a feather duster, because I do own one. Being a demon sounds way cooler than being just some guy waving a sword around. That's what I'm saying. Who the hell wants to be stinking protagonist? Not me. I want to be the antagonist. Or maybe I can be the enigmatic figure that pops up and nobody knows who they really are, but they keep giving cryptic advice and then disappearing. I think that would be fun too. Hard same. I'd rather be on the evil side because I don't have to explain myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to have my moral compass tested. Leave me alone. I don't want it. I'm evil. Don't ask me questions. Take this. Evil beam. I don't. And then, you know, if I'm put in a position of kind of power, I feel that I would have a better chance against anybody who's getting on my nerves. We're not even evil for real, just misunderstood. This isn't you! Stop. No. Ugh, I want to hear like a cringy, like morally just monologue or whatever, or like the speech that the hero gives to try and reason with whoever it is that they're reluctant to fight. I want that. Because I just want to be like, what the fuck? Ugh. And then fire my laser. That's what I want. Give me your cringe speech, you idiot, and die. I don't care for what you have to say. And besides, if the world comes under one rule, I think everything would be a little bit better. There'd be no more wars. If the ruler is good, there'd be no more things like famine and stupid stuff. There'd be no more monopolies. Because if I were in charge, I would tear those down, make it illegal. If you monopolize something, I kill you. No questions asked. All of your assets are mine. And then I split them up and sprinkle them around the country. Be nice. However, if I'm put in a space between, I'll just form a third party and watch as the two sides duke it out and just claim whoever wins, because they'll be weak. Scary, but also smart. I respect it. Man, I'm gonna just put my sword away. Yeah, ooh, hero core. Ooh, somebody's outing themselves as a hero. Ooh. It's okay, I'll vouch for your safety and your party's safety. I will, If it's you guys and I recognize you, I'll probably fire my laser very close to your head, but not hit you on purpose. If I was reincarnated as a hero, I'd be one of those heroes that just dipped. Just let the humans and demons work it out on their own. Then you're not a hero. You're just a guy who's strong and has a sword. You're a fraud. But also me too. I'm not fighting. I don't like getting hit, so if I were responsible for like the well-being of the world, I think the world is gonna explode. I don't like fighting in a way that I'm at a disadvantage. And especially if I have to rely on the power of friendship, It is too much stress. I'm not trying to do all that. Whereas if I'm fucked up and evil, I can just do what I want. I think that all living creatures that are sentient should have the right to do whatever they want. So long as it doesn't inconvenience me. Evil friendships are way stronger bonded. Sometimes. Oh boy, hi! Welcome in. It's me. Hello. It is me. We're sitting here in the car and we're talking about what role we would be comfortable taking up if we got isekai'd. And I said that I would want to be some sort of villain, but not necessarily the main villain, because I don't really want to have to worry about all that. And I also don't want to die for the narrative, you know? I think that would suck. What would you guys choose? Also, hi, Mr. Squiddy. Welcome in. Hi. I think it would be fun to be a villain. Oh, even if it's like I'm the comedic relief villain that, like, Team Rocket Corps. I think that would be nice. Because yeah, I get beat up all the time and I get blasted away, but at least I don't have to worry about anything serious. You said this is Deadmau5? Open your ears. Listen. Oh heck no, if the power of friendship was the deciding factor, this world's going bye-bye. I have a lot of good friends, so if I was in a situation where I'm in the hero party and I have to rely on the power of friendship, I think we would all just be traumatized beyond recognition, probably forever scarred and changed, but I think that overall we would probably win. Probably, maybe, perhaps, per snaps. Also, let me do one of these. There we go. We give a shout out. Go follow Moy right now. the dead guy they find in a hidden room in a dungeon with a lot of ancient artifacts and shit. Why do you want to be dead? Why? Maybe I'll be the hero that discovers the cruel, corrupt system that's brought me up and try to find the balance between insanity and self-clarity. Because that seems like the hardest challenge. I feel like you are just gonna be going through it. You are going to be battling every single inner demon there is to battle. You are going to lose friends. You're gonna forge new relationships and just be, your life is gonna suck, but also more power to you. Imagine the stories they'd tell about me. If you're just some guy and you have all the ancient artifacts, I don't think they're gonna really tell too many stories about you. He's choosing the masochism route. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to go through mental anguish. I'm good. I already experience enough anguish whenever I realize that I have to go to the store for any reason, or when I have to answer a phone call. You think I feel like being tested? No! If I'm tested any more this year, I'm going to be the villain that I'm talking about. It's Jover. This world is mine. Sekai de Ichiban Uhime-sama, as Miku says. Do you like my Nihongo Jozu? My captions say Congo Jersey. I'll be rooting for you. We'll be enemies, but your fight is noble. I'll still put you down, but no hard feelings. I'm gonna see you stand up. That's what I'm saying. I would... if my friends ended up in the hero party and we were on opposite or opposing forces, I would beat them up a little. I wouldn't kill any of my friends because then I'd be going through the mental anguish that I was just saying I don't want. But I would beat them up and then imprison them probably. And then they get to be safe until the war is over. Yay! And then they'll hate me, but they'll be alive. Yay! And then I'll let them out, eventually. They can work in the mines. I'll be the legend that just disappeared one day and nobody ever knew what happened to them. He'll be the Avatar, Last Airbender. Then they'll find my skeleton in the dungeon. Not if I eat it first. But you have to. That's a line you're walking. By the time they get to you, it'll be decided. You don't get to choose. You're evil. I hope the hero party has a very convincing speech then, or else it's gonna be, I'll be like, oh my god, hi guys! Hi, it's been so long. I didn't even know you were in this world too. That's crazy. And you're in the hero party. Weird, yeah. Very interesting decision. Unfortunately, my employer does not really vibe with what you guys got going on, so I'm gonna have to kill you, but no hard feelings. Hopefully you get isekai'd as like a duck or something cute, maybe some fish in your next life, but super large darkness Bimu. Die. No hard feelings though, you know? I'd rather die than be evil or whatever that bad guy said. I wanna be evil and mean. Not in the 10th Coven though, this is my evil space. Yeah, this is the safe space to be evil. Evil with a little asterisk next to it. I definitely want to get sent to the Danmachi world and join a familia. Nope, none for you. You gotta get sent to the generic one. The one it starts off not so serious, and then it's like, oh, things are actually starting to crank up. My favorite comfort character just died, oh no. You get sent to that world. Low-key, this is actually a whole story I've been cooking up, just going against the grain of a lot of isekai tropes / stereotypes, purely because I like how realistically human the struggle is. Exactly. Stuff like that gets me. Generic? Boo. Yeah. Yeah. You're in the generic world, but, I mean, You could influence and make it not generic, you know? You can make it cool, I guess.
If you really wanted to.
This is making me want to make like a little isekai sona. I don't know what I would want. Because there are a lot of character archetypes that I really like. Like, I have a webcomic idea that I have been brewing for some time, and there may or may not be some concepts actually written out of it, but I really like the trope of living weapons, where there's like, oh, this ancient demon was imprisoned in the sword for being bad, and stuff like that. And now the hero has the sword, and he's a really good guy, and the demon's trying to make him evil, but also the demon's kind of stupid. I like stuff like that, so that's the webcomic. So I don't know if I would like something like that, where I just get to be like a irritating sidekick with untapped potential, or if I would want to be the cool suave one who provides like the funny gap moe, where it's like they look scary but they like cute things or something like that. Or the, how I said, the enigmatic, weird stranger that comes in and out and knows everything. There are so many different ones, so maybe one day we'll make a whole stream out of that where we just draw a bunch of stuff. I think that would be fun. Generic isekai world where you're a white guy with black hair and you go on adventures with a harem full of women. No. No, not that one. But you are a generic white guy with black hair or brown hair, and you have like 2 women and 2 men in your party. And one of the women is a healer, obviously, and the other one is an archer, obviously, probably an elf. And one of the guys is like the tank, and the other one is like, he's an asshole, kinda. He's like, I'm better than you, and he probably uses magic or something. I think that'd be nice. That's the party you're in. Maybe. Are we doing D&D isekai, dark fantasy isekai, or high fantasy isekai? I don't know. I don't know the difference. I'm talking orcs and elves and little goblinis. High fantasy is the safest? I'm white! Sorry, Forrest, you're white now. Isekai is erasing your blackness. I'm sorry. Gomen. Gomen. You just described Goblin Slayer? Did I? Which part? The party? The hero party? No, I didn't, did I? Yeah? Yeah. There were men in Goblin Slayer? The only one I know is Goblin Slayer, the guy. And obviously there has to be a priest and an archer and they're girls, because that's every anime. Me and my girl had a Switch and Bait D&D setup where I looked like a sword master and she was a mage, but we were forced to switch classes and use the same equipment. So I had to hollow out my swords and shove magic stuff in them, and my girl became a beast. It was a funny idea. That is a funny idea. Can you imagine like a wizard brandishing a sword and you're like, oh shit, I thought this was a magic battle. You're cheating. You brought a gun to a knife fight. And then he's just like, fireball. That'd be funny. The short one and the lizard dude? Huh? I haven't watched Goblin Slayer because I know what it's about and I don't want to see. I'm good. Female healer, female elf archer, the dwarf, and the shaman lizard. Oh, I mean, that's how it is for everything. Even Dunmeshi. It's like, we got the main guy who has a sword, we got the elf healer, we don't have an archer though, and his sister's also a healer, magic user person, and then we have a dwarf. And then we have the little pickpocket guy, Chilchuk. No, not a wizard beating you up with an ultra dense staff with a shiny ball. Oh, I see. I see your stereotype on Goblin Slayer, and I raise you Grimar, or is it Grimar Fantasy of Ash? whose priest is a dude. Okay, how about this? Your priest in your party is going to be of ambiguous gender that you cannot discern. And it's got that whole gag where it's like, you keep on coming close to discovering what their gender is, but then something happens and you don't know. That's what it is. Grimgar. I don't ever know how to pronounce that elf lady's name. Freyrin? He was a dude too. Was, you say? What if we got isekai and went into one of the long title isekais? I'd be mad as hell. Then I would want to be... I would want to be the main villain then. Because the long title ones are usually stupid. Like, that time I got isekai'd and my mom came with me, but then she went home because she realized she didn't like being isekai'd, and so she went to the normal world, and instead I brought my stepmom with me, because my parents were actually divorced, and we went on adventures together, and nothing happened. Nothing that you could be thinking about happened. Like that. That's obviously gonna be a stupid show. So if I get to be the villain, if I make any goofy little mistakes, that's fine, because that's what's expected. But then it'll be funny if I do something absolutely horrendous that goes against the narrative. Because then, obviously, plot. Now I'm thinking of an evil party. Lawful, chaotic, evil only. Scary. Freyrin? Oh, I thought it was Freyrin. Freyrin had the drunk priest, though. I like the characters that are drunkards, because I think they're funny. I like them. Picasso. Making a good party or a group of individuals that travel together is difficult when it comes to kind of leaning into the stereotypes that you would expect, but also breaking the mold in a way that it's not like, oh, here's your generic party again. Like, I don't like that. And I don't consume enough media to be able to say, what would be a good example of a party that breaks the mold. But I hope that if I ever decide to make something, like a webcomic perhaps, that has a party, that I will be able to make it interesting. I think that'd be cool. You don't need a group? Why? You want to travel by yourself? That's boring. I don't want to travel by myself. I would want to travel with a group. Because then, if I travel by myself, I would probably be secretly stalking the group. Like the hero group. Because I want to... They're going to see all the interesting stuff. I want to see it. I will always enjoy my girly pop rogue girl, who's just so done with any situation she's in and gets upset when people don't let her disable traps first. And of course she has crazy good disguises and really gets into character. That's so cute. I love D&D. And just the creative freedom that it allows you if you know how to use it. If I travel by myself, I don't have to protect anybody. I mean, that's true. That's true. Stop clearing your throat, you're scaring me! Do you want a sip of my water? I have a water. I guess he does want some of my water. Here you go. Let me take a sip first of my invincible water. Yummy.
Seek fluid intake.
Delicious and nutritious. Get off of me. Go away. Ah! Will do. Ooh. I'm gonna live for like 500 years because of the plot anyway, so I might as well do whatever I want. That's true. I feel like deciding what role you would take up in an isekai is a very good personality quiz. especially whenever you bring into the factor of what you would be doing. Very good personality quiz. Because I would say that if I were to psychoanalyze my own choices, it would be that they stem from being unable to go crazy, go stupid as I would like to, and to me having the strong desire to do things without judgment. Because if I'm evil and fucked up, it doesn't matter if I'm weird, because you still have to take me seriously or else you'll die. And I like that. I like it, Picasso. And this guy is probably trying so hard not to cough or clear his throat until he can't, because he doesn't want to interrupt the stream. Yeah. If he coughs one more time, I'm gonna turn this car around. Buddy actually wants to join in, but he's too nervous. Nah, he's not allowed. I didn't pay him to talk. I paid him to take me to my destination, which is apparently 2 hours away. 2 hours or more. Isn't that right, Mr. Driver? See, he wants his tip. I really want to talk about my other story where I'm isekai, but my only skill is the skill I actually have, music. So I'm traveling bard, except all the manner of things happen. That is too much to say. Then we can talk about NBC, perhaps, for snaps. But I like talking characters, and I like talking theoreticals and stuff, because I think it's fun. I think it's very, very interesting and very fun. And it makes my creativity start to swirl around my head, and I like it. That sounds awesome. I know. Forge has so many good ideas. So many interesting little ideas. We love character workshopping. We do. I have so many scrunklies in my brain. And, you know, not all of them are things that I can show you, but for the majority of them, they are. The majority are nice and interesting and super cool. Super yummy. Maybe one day. I think I would have to have a lot of time on my hands in order to successfully do some of that stuff. Without necessarily having to be like, oh man, I don't have time for this thing and I have to do this, blah, blah, blah. So, we'll see. We shall see one of these days. Oh yeah, this stream in particular is going to be a tad on the short side, and I do know that it's unfortunate because I wasn't able to stream yesterday, but when it comes to yapping, I am a professional, but also my throat's gonna get strained. And I have some things that I want to do after stream anyway, so it'll be fine. We're not gonna leave anytime soon, so you don't have to worry about that. But, we'll just wait until we get to where we're trying to get to. 24-hour stream? 24/7 stream? No! How about in, either January or February, I can do a week-long subathon, and we can do a 24-hour stream during that time. And, ooh, if I can dedicate some time to editing some videos, you guys can see content that you've never seen before. Because I have a few VODs, or a few recordings that you haven't seen. So I can edit those up. Deal? Nice. Nice. Because I think 24-hour stuff is more so for special events. Or hell, maybe I'll even do one before I have to go on my vacation. Because I'll be gone for a week, and I know you guys are going to be screaming, crying, and throwing up. Your applause didn't work. I need a mod. Where are my mods? I don't know how to give stuff back. 500 points wasted. Go minute. I'll pretend that I hear your applause. Yay! Pachi. Yippee! That good? Does that suffice? Or is it's like faster, right? Hold on. It's like a bunch of people. Wait. Is that good? I'm slapping my thigh. Even better? Nice. I believe the next exit coming up is Tio's place. I hear music coming from over there. Ooh. Tio Bobil's place? You're saying that we can perhaps hear like a, some karaoke, mayhaps? I gotta do another karaoke stream, but I gotta become the throat goat first. Gotta strengthen my throat muscles. And then all will be well. Now that I'm thinking, I kind of want to do some art. I kind of want to draw a little bit, like concept up some stuff for 2.0. Because right now I have a concept for a hair design, and it's like an over-the-shoulder braid, and it looks very nice. It just doesn't give me the vibes that I want, so I'm like, ah. It's really pretty though. I would say that it's the most put together hairstyle that I have of the bunch. I'm gonna have to keep on doing some brainstorming so I can see a concept that I love. But we shall see eventually. I don't know.
Whenever I decide to actually lock in. Ugh, it's cold in this car.
It's been cold. Like, it's actually starting to get cold. And I know, obviously, it's November. It's gonna be December soon. But it's been cold, hasn't it? It's been freezing. Some of you guys are getting snow and stuff. I think that's crazy. I couldn't. I would die. I've been freezing my tentacles off. You want snow? I kind of do for the whole white Christmas shtick, because I've never had one. But, I don't know. The closest thing I've ever gotten to that was marine snow, and that's more so the equivalent of cornflakes raining from the sky. Tasty, but not really Christmas worthy. It could be colder. I don't want it to be colder. I don't want it. The place that I live has like no insulation. The insulation is like 1 inch. Any colder and I'll be frozen. I'll turn into frozen fish sticks. Do you want that? Want me to be frozen? I don't even have proper winter clothes. I've never lived in a place that's been super, super cold. Like, I've been chilly, but nothing where I would have to layer up too much. Frozen hibernation, I'll die. And 40 degrees in shorts and a hoodie? I think that's a guy thing. That's very boy core, because my brother does that. Don't squids live in deep oceans? It depends on the squib. I live in the twilight zone, so it's not quite as deep as you would expect, but it's deep enough to where there's barely any light. Deep enough to where things like bioluminescence are a necessity. Squids aren't fish sticks. Fish sticks are made of an amalgamation of fish. It's like the McDonald's chicken nugget equivalent of seafood. Most commonly it's cod, but it's cod and other ingredients. Or like, what is it? Imitation crab. That is not crab. It doesn't even taste like crab. Imitation crab is nasty. I hate it. I'm actually a seafood hater, but that's when it comes to seafood that tastes like the way seafood smells. If it tastes like chicken, I'm down. Isn't it funny, all things considered? I've had some really good sushi, though. And I've had hot pot, but I didn't put any fish in it. At least not long enough to form an opinion other than ew. Ooh. Are we almost there? It's only taken us about almost 2.5 hours. Nice. Nice-oo, nice-oo. You like seaweed because it tastes like the ocean? I also like nori. I used to, whenever I was little, I would I had this ladybug Halloween costume that I would wear. This is when I was really little. And we had nori in the house all the time, like the big sheets. And so I would take it as a snack and I would put on my costume and eat them on the couch and pretend I was a ladybug eating leaves. I would never do that now because I hate ladybugs. Hate them with a passion. I want every ladybug to be not alive right now. Every single one immediately. This kind of vibe makes me sleepy. Like the warm sun, the coldness of the car, and just the music. What did ladybugs ever do to you? You don't understand. Every single year for the past 4 years, whenever fall rolls around, I am plagued by ladybugs, specifically Asian lady beetles, not really ladybugs, but still, those fuckers are everywhere and they bite. Did you know that? They bite. The ladybugs that look orange and have 5 billion spots, those are Asian lady beetles and they suck and they're invasive and you can't kill them. They're very bad for the environment. And things don't really eat them because they taste bad. So, no mercy. When I see those things, it is on sight. And I hate. They just teleport in my room all the time. I don't know how. That and lanternflies, I like lanternflies. They're disappearing from where I live. Or at least my surface house. They never bit me, so this is fake news? Well, you've never encountered an Asian lady beetle then. You're fake news. How dare you? How dare you? You dare accuse me of fake news? I'll have you know that I cite all of my news from reputable sources called John Internet. I'm gonna tell John Internet you even said that, and then you'll be sorry. You'll be sorry. Your everything, your internet browser history is gonna be leaked. Your forum chats and stuff that you had when you were a preteen, leaked. All that stuff you've been looking up on YouTube, leaked. Unless you apologize to me, then I might consider sparing you. I will show your incognito history. I'm getting these ads on Twitter that are saying, have you used Google Incognito? If so, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Because apparently there was some sort of data breach. So your private stuff isn't quite private. But I don't really care. I don't really look up anything crazy. And if I ever look up anything that would be like, grandmother clutches her pearls, I mean, come on, we're all adults here. Come on. Is John News related to John Smith? I don't know John Smith, but I know John Internet. You will not concede you have nothing to hide? I don't believe you. My belief in your words is nigh. It's nada. Zilch. None. Zilch is such a funny word. Who even made that up? Ooh. Thank you so much for the gifted! No fanfare right now because my other stuff is off. Unless you heard that, because I did. But thank you so much for gifting Starry a sub. I know she will very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your support and everything that you've done for me and my channel. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. But all proceeds that I get over here go straight back into my streams. They help me to get new games, new assets, and a bunch of other stuff to help me improve stream for your viewing pleasure. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are so sweet. I'm having a good time though. You know, I've been trying to kidnap Starry because she's recently been in a very devoted relationship with Baldur's Gate. And I'm like, no, give me attention. Love me. So I'm just like, ugh. It hurts. But it's okay. I understand. Because I too am, you know, I'm a victim of playing games for forever and forgetting that other people exist. Understandable? No. Gary. But yeah, I'm just like, man, love me. Love me. How dare she? I know, but it's okay. She gets a pass. She gets a pass for now. Oh yeah, let me see. Tomorrow I might do a stream. I'll have to see what my schedule looks like because we're not having family over or anything. It's just gonna be us. So, you know, I might have some free time before and after I eat. We'll see. And on Friday at 10 p.m. EST, I'm gonna be playing some games with Doki. We're gonna be doing Escape the Backrooms. I think we're gonna pick up where we left off, so that's super fun. I'm excited. And what was Saturday? I think on Saturday is whenever I'm doing the forest, so that's gonna be nice. This drive is gonna cost me a lot. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. Forrest said that he's, you know, willing to drive, so it is what it is. I don't really mind the long fees and everything, but I'm excited for Escape the Backrooms because I'm a Backrooms connoisseur. I don't even think the guy knows where he's taking it.